In this video, I'm going to show you how to change the lower dock on the iPhone 3GS. And here's the part right here. It includes the charging port, the microphone on this side, and the speaker on the other side. And the tools we're going to use are simply a set of Stanley mini screwdrivers, which you can get it for about $5 at Walmart or Kmart, and a suction cup, and you can get this on eBay or even find it at the hardware section of Walmart. First thing is to turn off your iPhone. You hold the power button and the home button at the same time, and then slide to turn it off. Place the suction cup towards the home button, and the home button is the button in front. Take a mini Phillips screwdriver, and there's two screws at the bottom of the phone. One by the speaker and one by the microphone, and you just unscrew that. I've already taken mine off. Once you have those off, you place the suction cup on the front of the phone, and you gently lift one end. And the other end of the iPhone, there are three cables connected. One for the digitizer, one for the LCD, and the other is the proximity cord, which connects to your earpiece to allow for hearing, and for the proximity, which is the part of the phone that allows the screen to turn off while you're on a call so that your face doesn't touch the buttons. The cables are labeled 1, 2, and 3. You take the first cable off, number 1, which is for the LCD, number 2 is for the digitizer, and the third one is attached using a flap. So once you lift the white flap up, you gently pull away, and now your front piece is taken off. Next is to unlatch the cables. There are several other cables inside the phone, and they are all numbered up to 7. Once you have the cables off, you take the Phillips screwdriver and take the screw that's holding down the camera. You flip up the camera. Now you remove the SIM card. And then you start removing the screws that are holding down the motherboard to the phone. There's a motherboard right here. There's 4 on one side and 3 on the other one, and one of them has a sticker on top that says "Do not remove." There's a screw underneath that. It's not visible because it's underneath the sticker. Once you have all those off, towards the end where the lower dock is, you lift up on the motherboard and then you slide it towards the end with the lower dock and just lift it up like this. Now there are 3 screws holding the lower dock in place. 2 by the speaker and the microphone and 1 right here. I'm going to take those off. The screws that are at the bottom here are different sizes. They're the smallest ones. Make sure you know where they go. Now just lift up on the charging port right here. Now that we have it out, we're going to replace it with the new one that we purchased online. Another thing I wanted to point out is when you buy these small mini screwdriver sets, they're not magnetized, and you absolutely cannot work with these small screws if they're not magnetized. So either find something, buy a magnet. They also sell those magnets at Home Depot, somewhere where you can just put in the ends of these screws and it'll magnetize them, and they'll stay magnetized for a long time. Another thing I want to point out is that the little stickers here, they're called spacers. They have the numbers on them, and the point of having the spacer is so that there's it fills the space in between the glass and the connector, so that it presses down on it so it doesn't get loose. So the new parts that you buy don't have it, so you can take the spacers from the old part and place it on the new part. Just peel it like that and it comes off. Now just put the motherboard back in, slide it towards the front where the camera is. Now replace the screws. Push the camera into the slot and replace the screw for that camera. Connect the cables that we disconnected earlier. Be careful when placing back the connections so that you don't damage them. If they don't go in on the first try, don't force it. Now slide the SIM card back in along with the tray. And the last part is to connect the face. Slide the proximity connection in. Push down on the flap. Connect the digitizer. Lastly, connect the LCD. There are two tabs on the front glass piece that need to slide into the slots up here. Make sure that they're in. Don't forget the two screws at the bottom of the phone. Now turn the phone back on. That's it. That's how you place the lower dock on the iPhone 3GS. It's a similar process for the iPhone 3G. iPhone 4 and 4S are different, and I can show you that in a different video. Thanks for watching. This is Gary from iPhoneinstructor.com.